Hi, I'm Tripwyre. I've spent nearly 800 hours in Borderlands 2 already, but I figured a few more couldn't hurt. I'm jumping on the Borderlands 3 hype train and I'm gonna do it all. Level a fresh character, do every mission, complete challenges, and farm legendaries. This is Borderlands 2EZ. Hello and welcome back to Borderlands 2EZ with me, Tripwyre. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. If you are here on episode 2, you probably enjoyed the first one at least a little bit, so thank you for coming back. And please forgive the quality of the first recording. This is something I did not realize until after, and it's kind of unfortunate that the recordings are so long. That's like 50 minutes of pretty pixely Borderlands footage, and I apologize for that. I did play with the settings, did some research on how best to set things up. I'm not used to having to record a game that has so much movement and therefore needs the bitrate to be adjusted to keep up with it. Recently, Steve and I did a playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered in its entirety, and our settings that we had been using all along for every other playthrough were fine. Our settings apparently were fine for everything except for Borderlands 2. I don't really know why. But I have adjusted my settings, and hopefully it should look very crisp now. I really hope it does. And OBS even introduced a new way of encoding your stream or your video so that it hits your graphics card and not your CPU, which is pretty cool, and seems to be running pretty smoothly. I think I might have seen like a little bit of screen tearing when I watched back my test clip, but I'm pretty sure that could have been my monitor for all I know. I'm not really sure how to diagnose, the origins of a screen tear issue. Okay, there was a bit of lag there. Anyway, we're just gonna keep an eye on the performance and everything, because my bitrate has been jacked way the fuck up. Are you coming? Alright, so in this section you have to stick by Claptrap to get him to get to each new section, and you have to defend him. So since we just killed all those dudes, but we have to defend him for this objective, it's gonna respawn all those dudes, and we're gonna have to kill them again, which is fine. We love XP. XP is our favorite. Ah! Explosions are not our favorite, but XP certainly is. I was seeing if I could no-scope him without using my shotgun, but whatever. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this series, Borderlands 2EZ. I think it's going to be fun, and a good one. And hopefully it'll revitalize the YouTube channel. If not, it'll still be something to work on until 3 comes out. But yeah, hopefully you weren't too irritated by the quality on that last recording. Man, you'd think I would have been smart enough to check at some point before the 50-minute mark. I wasn't, and I'm sorry. But hopefully the recording quality should be good to go from this point on. Just one episode of that blurriness could be a lot worse, And we're also doing an interesting experiment today, because I don't want to get blown up by that grenade he just threw. When I did my first episode of this series, I had a very good day. It was one of my days off. I took that whole morning to work on the intro, and then I was like, I'm going to do my first episode of the series and see how it goes, and I think it went quite well. However, today was kind of a shit day for me, so we're going to be testing how well That should not be happening. That fucking... God damn it. This has been happening to me for a while. No matter what my settings are, Discord messages make noise, even with OBS's streamer mode enabled. I don't know how to stop it from doing that. So I'm sorry about the fucking Discord message sound. Streamer mode is enabled, because OBS is running. It should not let that sound come through, but what are you going to do? But anyway, what I was saying was, I had kind of a shit day. It was just a bad day mentally for me. And so we're going to do an experiment, and that is, can I still be engaging and entertaining when I'm in a worse mood than during the other recording? I'm hoping the answer is yes. I'm hoping that I can still do a good recording here. But anyway, we're taking out... okay, right. Yes. Good lord, I lost my bearings so badly with that when that when that explosion hit, and then I was zoomed so far through the sniper scope. We're taking out Boom Boom here. I think Boom Boom is the first boss I ever got a legendary from back when I played this on the Xbox 360. And speaking of, there it is, the lobbed bonus package. Bonus package is a grenade mod that I rocked for a long time. Although, of course, as I showed you last episode, we're going to be rolling with the contraband skyrocket, unless you guys really feel like that shouldn't be allowed. Lucky pull, though. Most of my characters, I find that I don't get the bonus package. Although a lot of my characters have been quite lucky recently. My character that I made with Steve, it has had way more legendaries, like proportionately to where it is progression-wise, than any of my other characters in 800 hours, which is pretty crazy. So we're gonna hang on to that mod. We're not gonna be using it right now, maybe at all, especially because it's such a low-level item. But all right, so we go over here. Talk to Mr. Trap Clap. And I had a thought, but it seems to have passed. Don't you just fucking hate it when that happens? So if you want more experience, you can get off the turret here and kill these guys normally. I personally don't care that much. We're just gonna blow them up. Ooh, that body went flying. We're just gonna blow them up and proceed with the mission. Cool. Oh, what the fuck? You guys see? When I'm editing this, I think I'll do a slow zoom on that dude, just sliding on down the wall. I've never seen that happen before. I thought you were dead. Alright, poor guy. Didn't stand a chance. Oh, we weren't done. I guess that badass still being alive was preventing the next wave of enemies from spawning. Oh no! Okay, no, we're good. I hate when I throw a grenade, well, particularly, not just a grenade in general, but I hate when I throw the skyrocket. And it has like that upward arc, so you gotta aim it properly, but then it bounces off an object or an enemy right back at you, and it just ruins everything because they're very powerful and the blast radius is insane, so you can down yourself really easily with a grenade mod like that. And let me remind myself of what we were backing into, because I do like that. Honestly, these aren't that big a deal. It's unfortunate because this skill tree is super good, but it doesn't get good at the very top. They're not terrible, but we'll just go ahead and drop another point into... What the fuck just happened? What the fuck? This isn't a skill tree. What is this? A lot of things are happening that I've never seen happen before. This shouldn't be possible. I just tabbed over into a skill tree that doesn't exist. Man. This game is 7 years old, almost. Yikes. I don't. Today was a long day. Today was a weird day. And... Man, I mean, you may not care to hear about my day. And I won't go into detail, but it was just one of those days where... Even though nothing particularly bad happened, I couldn't really shake this feeling of being sad. And I made like a minor mistake at work, and although my bosses weren't mad at me or anything, I'm very hard on myself about things like that. And I think like when it's a small mistake, it's sometimes worse. Just because it's like, it's such a little thing that I should have known better, you know? And that's how my day started. It was like first thing this morning, and it kind of just set the tone. And so I've just had a hard time bouncing back today. It's been kind of rough. But I'm hoping that playing some of one of my favorite games and then streaming in a little bit will help with that, and we'll turn this night around. You never know. Can you open the gate, please? I'm here. Thank you. I'd like to replace my guns pretty soon, although they're still doing pretty good work. I have the disgusting grind of Miss Moxie's Underdome to look forward to in Borderlands 1 for 100% completion. That's all I'm missing for achievements. 5 achievements, and all 5 of them are Underdome related. So I'm going to be hopping on stream with my buddy Rob in a little while, and we're going to grind out some of those rounds. Wow. excuse me. Man, I know I mentioned this last episode, but the DLCs for Borderlands 1 were pretty weak, and the Underdome was the weakest of all by like a goddamn long shot. I don't know if you guys ever played them. If you're watching this series, you probably did. Holy shit, though, it's like they gave up. They gave up on designing anything good when they made the Underdome. They were just like, this one's just gonna suck. This is our throwaway DLC. Ironically, it's the only DLC, not so fun fact, that allows you access to like a bank vault to store items. Otherwise, you just gotta keep all your favorite items in your character's inventory. At least in Borderlands 2, the vanilla game comes standard with the bank vault. But in 1, you only have a vault in Moxxi's Underdome lobby, which sucks because there are some people that actually bought the DLC just for the fucking space. And that just like speaks volumes in a bad way about the DLC, because like nobody enjoyed the Underdome. I don't really particularly have any problem with that style of gameplay, like, you know, waves of enemies, horde mode in Gears of War, and fucking zombies in Call of Duty, and just anything like that, anything survival that's wave-based, I don't inherently have a problem with, but the Underdome was never fun. It scales to your level, so you can't go in on an earlier playthrough to make it easier on yourself, so you gotta do the boring grind at your level no matter what. And you gain 0 experience for the kills in the Underdome, which is just like mind-blowing to me. When, I don't know, it's not like the games have ever been broken because of people leveling up quickly. They're broken because of synergies, you know, or glitches. I don't see why it matters that people would be able to level up inside of the Underdome. If they're gonna spend literal hours in there because it takes forever to get through, I think they should be. Ooh, Jesus Christ! The NPCs are going crazy today. I think people should be rewarded for their time, to be honest. But also, I'm gonna go ahead and say this will probably be a shorter episode than the first one. The first one ran longer than I meant it to. I wasn't factoring in like the prelude to the series where I talked about the rules and stuff, and I also had forgotten by the end of the recording that I had done a first recording before I really got things going. That was an extra couple minutes, so that was a very long episode. And I also have to stream with Rob at 7 tonight, so I'm gonna keep this one closer to the half-hour mark, I think. I really hope the video looks good. It has been looking good this whole time. I'm actually gonna cut the episode here. Well, no, I'm gonna cut the episode when I am not being shot at and take a peek and just make sure that everything looks nice and smooth and crisp, because man, I don't want this whole series to end up looking like garbage just because I was neglecting my job. My realization that the recording from the other day looked bad was very upsetting, because that means that every episode in my playthrough with Steve that we've been doing also looks that crap. And we're like 22 episodes in. And I was like, oh, please, please, hopefully it's just looking crap because I'm streaming the file from my D drive. It's not local, it's not a solid state. But no, it's just because the settings were suited for streaming, not for recording. Now we know better. Moving forward into the future with high quality recording. But man, it's kind of too late for the series with Steve. Like, we're so many episodes in, we can't just start over. Alright, hang on a second, I'm gonna cut the recording. Alright, I think we're good. That recording looked pretty crisp to me. I'm playing it off the same drive, so everything should be fine. If somehow it ends up looking crap, it's probably because of magic, because I just checked it and it looks good. And if it stops looking good at any point between now and when this episode goes up, I'm just going to absolve myself of responsibility and say it's not my fault, and I did what I could. Because let's put this into perspective, okay? I stream at 2500 bitrate. Sometimes I'll crank it up to 3000 and 3500. But I like to keep it low because, well, for years I only played RuneScape and it didn't matter. But also because my internet's not the greatest, and viewers' internet might not be the greatest either. And if you crank your bitrate up too high, that's going to be exclusionary to people whose internet isn't good enough to handle watching you at source quality when you don't have quality options because you're not a partner like me. So My bitrate is very low, and I don't know why I didn't think to change it for the recording, because obviously it shouldn't be the same. It's not pushing to Twitch servers, it's writing to my local disk, so obviously you can crank it up higher. But the difference is actually kind of staggering. I was looking up videos on like, how the fuck do I set up these settings so they don't look crap anymore, and I was surprised by the numbers I got. 2500 bitrate to stream, 40,000 bitrate for recording. That's what we're recording at right now. It's 40k bitrate. I didn't know that was even possible for it to go up that high, but hopefully you're feeling the difference here. Last episode was it's all movement based. Like the bitrate, if you're just standing still in game, it doesn't matter. Okay, no, there's another one there, and one right here. If you're standing still, it doesn't matter. It's when there's a lot of movement that it becomes a problem. Because I believe the bitrate controls how much information is being displayed at any given time. And if your bitrate is low, that makes it so that it has less information to push to Twitch servers, and that makes it easier for people to watch. So if there's a lot of movement, it can still only have, 2,500 bits worth of data on screen, so it becomes much more pixely because it has to compress it so much. So, man, I don't know why I even got into this discussion. You probably don't care. You probably don't give a shit how the bitrate works, but this is the kind of stuff I like. I think it's interesting. Probably because I'm on the content creation side of things. But maybe you are too. Maybe you create content. Maybe you create comments. Maybe you create comments on this video. Tell me what you think of it. I don't know what I just got stuck on in the air there, but that's fine. I love this shack for later playthroughs of Borderlands 2, because you can kind of hide from Flint, make it really easy. I just think his invulnerability phase is kind of BS, but... Anyway, this video should look nice and crisp, and hopefully you're enjoying the series. Because despite having a really shit day today, I'm having fun playing it, and I'm having fun recording this for you guys. Like I said, if this series isn't well received or doesn't revitalize the channel in the way I'm hoping it will, that'll be okay with me. As long as I have fun doing it, it lets me ride out this hype that I have thinking about Borderlands 3 up until September, and those of you that do watch and enjoy it, it will have been a success. Owie. I should probably get Flint to come the fuck down here, huh? And there's a grenade right there. Alright, so shot Flint. We're just gonna hang back and wait for him to come over here. Because I haven't replaced any of my items since the first recording, and things are getting stronger. Wish I had some fun facts to fill the time here, waiting for Flint to mosey on over, but I don't think I have any for you about this area. I know a shitload of fun facts, but it's like, they're not all gonna be at the forefront of my mind unless there's something in-game to remind me. Oh, hey there, buddy. Oh, hey there, buddy. Could you knock it off? Alright. No, don't come around to the front. You're a cheater. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm the cheater. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Just mop up the ads. I think I only killed one with that grenade. He must have dropped the tinderbox. There it is. I don't think I have ever used his unique weapon. Pew. Alright, cool. I guess maybe I should talk about some stuff about this game and the game mechanics for those of you who might not have played it before. And for the most part, I will assume that you've played it before, just for the sake of time. But the rarity goes from white to green, blue, purple, orange. Orange being legendaries. There's also a rarity not above. There's a couple rarities that I would not call above legendary, but kind of equal to. And there's a rarity called pearlescent, which was in Borderlands 1, which they brought back in Borderlands 2, but not until one of the DLC add-ons. Base game does not have pearlescence. And another one of the DLCs has pink guns that are called Seraph weapons, which I think are the same rarity as legendaries, give or take. Just a different class of gun. And there's also E-Tech, which are a variation of purple. And then they have uniques, which are blues that always function the same. They tend to have a red flavor text here. So it's like a one-of-a-kind gun, but its rarity happens to be blue, and it's not like a legendary quality. So that's a unique gun we just got from Flint. I think it's a guaranteed drop, but I never use it, really. Alright. So now we are about to be done with the starting area of the game, which I'm very excited about. I've never liked the beginning all that much. I don't mind Windshear Waste and Liarsburg. I don't like fighting Flint. Or not even fighting Flint. I don't like getting to Flint. Fighting Flint's fine. Alright, is this... What gun are we using? Yeah, this is the one we picked up at the beginning of the game, isn't it? It's level 2. This one's level 5, and it's worse. Well, it's accuracy and fire rate, but that's it. Other than that, not an upgrade. That reminds me, I was just thinking about the golden chest in Sanctuary. I forgot to redeem a code that Gearbox just posted for another set of golden keys. I might go do that after this episode is done. But again, for those of you who don't know, they added something from Borderlands that was not in 1 initially, where there's a chest in Sanctuary where you can redeem keys, and you are guaranteed to get purple items from it, so rare items. And it's a good way to gear up if you just haven't been feeling any of the drops you've been getting recently. It's also a good way to farm badass rank. Actually, I was talking about that last episode, wasn't I? To my knowledge, one of the best ways to farm badass rank. That's actually got to be one of them. Another way is there's sorry, this guy running around and avoiding all my bullets is distracting me from words. But one of the best ways to get challenges done is by picking up rare weapons, because there are challenges for picking up each type of weapon. So, or item, not even just weapons, but you know, the rarities, white, green, blue, purple, orange. There are challenges for getting a certain number of each of those quality items, and what you could do is you could, you know, have your friend join a game with you, you start a brand new character, and he just drops a bunch of oranges on the ground, you pick them up, and you get like hundreds of badass rank. That's a way to do it too. But one of the best ways to get your purple gun or purple item challenge done is by just spending keys in Sanctuary at the golden chest, because you are guaranteed purple quality every time you open the chest. The type of item you get is random, but they're always purple, and you'll fill up that challenge very quickly.
Sorry, darn it. A man named Scooter.
Pretty good sniper. I think we're gonna roll with that.
He may be short a few chromosomes, but he's a savant when it comes to vehicles. He's locked the station to prevent the bandits from using it.
And I love me Jacob's shotguns. I just wish the one we had gotten was actually an upgrade. If my menuing seems slow, it's because I've been playing. I've spent nearly 50 hours playing Borderlands 1 Remastered over the last couple weeks. Few weeks? I don't know. And the menus are set up a little differently. Although, to the remaster's credit, they did add a bunch of quality of life changes that make it less crap, because boy was it crap comparatively. Not having a mini-map was shit. Not being able to pick up ammo and money automatically while walking over it was pretty shit, and the menu design itself was shit, but they made it more Borderlands 2-esque. Oh gosh. Okay, yep, the Suicide Psychos can be dangerous, and I'm stuck. They made it better for the remaster. The kick on this shotgun is slightly problematic. Yep, okay. Here we see the classic backtracking after they down you. Although I think that was just kind of the path he was... Are you kidding me? It was the path he was kind of on anyway. I'm gonna fucking die. Cool, man. I don't know how unlucky you have to be for him to stagger exactly behind cover after he takes that first shot, but that's what I'm living right now. It just feels great, you know. You know, the best part is I don't even really mess with these enemies normally. I'm just kind of autopiloting, shooting stuff while I talk. But the thing I need is actually on the ground right over there, and I could have just grabbed it and left like I always do. I don't know why I didn't do that. Fuck. Was it the first death? Probably was. I don't know. Got some crap that we can sell. Gotta recoup that money, right? Or could have just done that, you know, thrown a grenade. Can't throw grenades in Fight for Your Life, but would have done that before and, you know, gotten out of there. That is a nice little shield upgrade. We are going to purchase that. Better in every way. Alright. Now we can get a car.
Executing phase shift.
I don't know if I mentioned this before. I probably did. But you can see Angel looks different from how she did probably back when you played. They made her look consistent across all the Borderlands games that involve her, which is an interesting choice. Thank you, Scooter.
Cool. Try requesting another car.
Alright.
No terminal, that one. You should now be able to digiselect a car.
So, right across here is where I was talking about. You can get the challenge where these dudes just throw shit at you. This is a brat. Okay, yep. There's the tutorial. Thank you. I'm brand new at this game. I don't have 800 hours in your game at all. You definitely couldn't tell that if you just checked. No. But yeah, you just do this pretty much. You just aim up. See the challenge at the bottom left there, hurly burly. It's a very pleasant sounding challenge to work on. Just listen to those turrets. But yeah, if you just aim up at the correct angle and hold left and right mouse, or, you know, left and right trigger, whatever you're playing with, they fire quickly enough that you're pretty much guaranteed to pop all these projectiles before they get to your gun or before they get to your car. And this is something we're gonna do, but not right now. Because like I said, I would like to go for challenges at some point, but I don't think it's good to start that way. That seems like a boring thing to do, and also I would have to just sit here for a while and just do that and like speed up the clip to include it. I think challenge hunting is something that we should be doing much later. We're going to continue on where we're supposed to go and gain access to Sanctuary. Uh-oh, crater. Never mind. Man, you very rarely see levels up from discovering new locations. Smoosh. Because the experience you gain from doing that is very low. And always the same, I believe, no matter what playthrough you're on or whatever. Alright, so of course it's not that easy. We can't get in right away. We gotta drive away and back this direction, I believe. One thing I miss in this game is that in Borderlands 1 you're able to activate your boost in your vehicle with barely any forward momentum. You have to get going for quite a bit longer in Borderlands 2 before you can activate the boost. Alright, so right here is the Echo. Excuse me? I pressed the button. You might not believe me, but I did. The game is wrong. I am never wrong. Alright. Oh, okay, I got another message that shouldn't have made any sound, but what are you going to do, I guess? I gotta, like, do some research and see if I can figure that shit out, because that's so obnoxious. Like, I looked it up last time this was happening, and that Blaemon got some, all of them got some really serious air there. I looked it up last time, and all my settings are set properly. Like, when streamer mode's enabled, that just shouldn't be possible, but for some reason they keep coming back. And I'm wondering if it's a Steam thing and not a Discord thing, because on top of it, playing the sound, it appears in the top left corner of my screen. I don't think it shows up on the capture, but like they've got this like Discord overlay, and it shows me the message and plays the sound. I'm wondering if it's a Steam thing that I can turn off, but man, the whole point of streamer mode is to prevent bullshit like that, and I don't know why it's still doing it. I wish I did. Most overpowered grenade ever.
Didn't think I rated that much of a rescue. One of those psychos ran off with the power cord.
Right, I don't know, I'm just still standing here. I gotta go down around the other branch.
Get that core back to Sanctuary.
This is where the game teaches you about area waypoints. Every mission up to this point has had a regular waypoint, which points you to your exact objective. An area waypoint is... Okay, I held tab, but whatever. Did they disable that? I'm sorry, what is going on with my game, or my life, or my memory? Am I just wrong? Holding tab is supposed to bring open your map, correct? Is that a Borderlands 1 only? That can't be, whatever. But yeah, see, this is an area waypoint, so it's not just the diamond pointing you to one spot. It's your objective is inside of that area. Yes, yes. Clap. I told them already, Claptrap. It's fine. It's okay. Go back to what you were doing. But the other thing that's new about this quest is that it has an optional objective. If you look over to the right, top there, it says get power core, go to sanctuary, kill bloodshots, and you'll see that kill bloodshots is actually not white text. It's light blue, and the checkbox has a couple little plus symbols, which mean optional. Hey, look, I got it. So that's an optional objective. I don't actually need to stay here and kill 20 of these before I move on. If you fulfill the main objective, you just leave, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm getting out of here. I got shit to do. I got streams to stream. I already used the word do. I couldn't say do again. Although I don't think saying I got streams to stream made me sound any better. I forced myself into a corner on that one. Oh, man. I hope you guys are having a better day than the one I've had. And I also hope that you, Iridium, our first Iridium, yes, game, please teach me about this thing that I don't know anything about. Thank you. What would I do without you? But I was going to say what you'll probably hear me say a lot of times. I hope you are enjoying this series. I love this game, and I hope you do too. And if you don't yet, then I hope you will eventually. It's a lot of fun. Shooter looters, they are... It's not really any surprise why they're a successful genre. It's just a good formula, good gameplay loop. And, man, I'm wondering how this is going to affect the file size of these recordings. I bumped up the bitrate by just an absolute shit ton. We'll see how it goes. I can delete some shit if I need to. Alright. We're about to head into Sanctuary for the first time. Making nice progress here. Alright, here we go. We'll get in, turn in this story mission here at Lieutenant named Davis. And then I'm going to have to wrap up this episode. Go stream with my bud. Yep, Lieutenant Davis. Hey, buddy. Sure am. Sure am. Sure do. Got it. Alright, turn this shit in. Boom. And I think pretty soon we're going to be unlocking the third weapon slot, which will be nice. Being able to wield only 2 feels so crippling. Alright. We are going to save the character introductions and shit for the beginning of the next episode. Thank you so much for watching episode 2 of Borderlands 2EZ. I hope you've been enjoying it. If you have been enjoying it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you feel like it, and if you haven't already, check out the Twitch channel, blah blah blah, whatever. You know how YouTubers do. You know what the words they say. Sorry if this episode felt less fun, flatter than the first one. It was a tough day. That's just gonna be the case sometimes. Can't always be really awake and energetic and happy every day, but that's okay. In the next episode, I promise to maybe be in a better mood than I was for this one. We'll see you then.